4.5 Quantitative Data Analysis Methods. So quantitative data has many uses and benefits. So quantitative data is numerical data and it uses numbers. It requires a larger sample size because it represents a population of people. This data is also objective as it's not interpreted feelings and opinions. Also, it has reliable research methods so other people can understand and use the methods of what you've done and how this has been done. It's used to compare to normative data to see if your results took within the average and how good they are. Compare between populations, so different populations may or may not have got similar results to what you have. Make predictions on future results from your analysis. Compare between different sports performers as different substances, for example, or different results could affect different sports forms and identify trends. Different methods of organising your data during quantitative data analysis. The methods include range, rank order, simple frequency distribution, and grouped frequency distribution. Range. Range is the distance in numerical value from the highest number point collected and the lowest value collected. So range could be worked out by the highest value minus the lowest value to work out your range. So for example here, we have 7 numbers of linkage gymnastics of the number of dismounts a gymnast has landed for each different gymnast. So to find out the range, you would work out you would find the highest value, which is at the top is 8, and the lowest value is 1. So 8 minus 1 is 7, so the range is 7. Rank order distribution is known as placing your data in order from the lowest value to the highest value in one single column and including all the scores and the data collected. Rank order distribution is used when the number of participants is less than or equal to 20. So as you can see, using the same data from the amount of dismounts a gymnast has landed, it has been put in order to the amount to put in rank order from the lowest value to the highest value. So as you can see, it starts off with 1 and the numbers increase leading to 8, so that's the most they landed. Simple frequency distribution is used when the number of participants is greater or larger than 20 and the range is less than or equal to 20. You use simple frequency distributions with a table that has 2 columns of raw data and 1 for frequency. So it shows how many fit into a certain category, so what numbers of the results fit into a category. And the frequency column shows how many times each was scored. So if the participants scored 3 landed dismounts, for example, the tally shows how many scored this, and the frequency also shows how many scored this. So they scored 2. And the simple frequency can be presented in a frequency distribution table. Cumulative frequency, the running number of totals of the frequencies. So the cumulative frequency is simply worked out by the cumulative frequency add the frequency. So 1 plus 1 going diagonally across is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So it goes along, down, and along. So down 1 and along 1. So for example, 8 plus 2 is 12 for the last one. So in this, it shows that the number is 12 because that's the highest number of the cumulative frequency, and the range is still 7 because the highest point is 8 minus the lowest is 1. Grouped frequency is used when n is higher than 20 and the range is more than 21. So you often work with the ranges greater than 21, so that's represented by R is greater than 21, and with more than 20 participants, so n is more than 20. So this is used when group frequency, this is used through group frequency distribution. As the same as simple frequency, you have the frequency of each number in a group. So the table shows two scores and the frequency. So this works for between 10 to 12 groups, as there's normally a higher range of results, and the groups are categorized. So as you can see in the categories, the results are grouped into categories. So 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, and 21 to 25. So this is because the lowest you can obviously get is 1, the highest value for the scores are 25. So as you can see in these groups, they all have a range of 4 in between each group. You can tell that there were 6 results within the range 1 to 5, 2 in 6 to 10, 6 in 11 to 15, 4 in 16 to 20, and 4 in 21 to 25. So the range is 22 because the highest value is 25 and the lowest value on the results is 3. So 25 minus 3 is 22. N is equal to 22, the sum of all the frequencies. So 6 and 2 and 6 and 4 and 4 is 22.